Good morning. It's early, and I thought today I'll read out of a book. The Adventures of the Urbanek Kids. And look who wrote this one. Dorothy Urbanek. That's me. I wrote this book. I drew that picture. That's my brother, and that is me. He was 3.5 and I was 2. And we're wearing our cowboy and cowgirl outfits that we got from my grandmother Urbanek, my father's mother. She used to bring us all kinds of neat things. He got guns, and when I was 2, they didn't think I was old enough to have guns. So there's the cowboy with his guns, and there's me. No guns, but I had a mouth. So I learned how to use it very well. I thought today I would read the last story in this book. The last story is called Adventures Continue. And I can't see really well, so I'm going to have to sometimes look at this book closer. But let me sit down here, and it's only 3 pages, so it won't take me too long to read. I'll keep it over here, and you can look at whatever you're looking at. Adventures Continue. A 1.5 years ago, as I sat in my pew in church, I heard footsteps to my right. I looked over and saw the beaming face of one of my best little nearly 3.5-year-old buddies in all the world. Grace scooted across the pew to come and take up her place right next to me, and I too was beaming as Grandma and the rest of her family filed in behind her. We had some minutes to wait before Mass was to begin. She settled herself after having taken up one of the missals in hand, and with a little help from me, she found the first song we were to sing. She sat quietly for a short while, and I could see that her mind was on something. Then she began swinging her legs and nodding her head back and forth in rhythm. Then I heard, "Oh, my darling." More swinging and nodding continued, and again, "Oh, my darling." She was singing this out loud, and being in church, I had to tap her leg to remind her of where she was. She immediately stopped the swinging, the nodding, and the singing. Mass began, and before long I was holding her, as she said that she was sleepy. She did not fall asleep, but stayed in my arms throughout Mass, often with her head on my shoulder. It was during the Sanctus that she raised her head and began singing along with the congregation, "Holy, holy, holy." Of course, I too was singing until she whispered into my ear pretty loudly, "Don't tell me the words." I had to smile as I assured her I was just singing along too, knowing she knew the words. She understood. During communion, she walked ahead of me and received her blessing. Whoops. I'm in your way. She snuggled in my arms for the closing song, and then we went on our ways. It was nearly a week later that I got to see her again, as many of the family attended the annual talent show of her cousins. Before the show, Grandma, Grace, and her family and I went out to eat. We had a great and wonderful time. It was in the bathroom after lunch that I asked my little buddy if she knew the song, "Oh, my darling Clementine." I watched her eyes as she looked up to the left, and then to the right, and then to the left again. "No," she announced. So I asked, "Do you remember last Saturday evening in church before Mass began? You were swinging your legs and nodding your head, and twice you sang, 'Oh, my darling.'" Again her eyes looked up to the left, to the right, and to the left. She was thinking, and thinking hard. Suddenly she brightened and said she remembered. Again I asked her if she knew the song, "Oh, my darling Clementine." And again she said, "No," and her face held the question of why I was asking this again. So I explained that I had heard her sing the line, "Oh, my darling," twice, and then I sang the part of the song that went, "Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine." And she thought some more, and I could tell she did not know this song. And I asked, "What song do you know with the words, 'Oh, my darling,' in it?" And then her beautiful little face lit up, and I knew she knew. And she happily stated, "Tony's knock 3 times." And she went right into singing it from the very beginning. And we sang the rest of the song together as we washed our hands and exited the bathroom at Hardee's, especially loud on the Oh, my darling, knock 3 times part. My dad, too, liked this song and always sang every chance he got. And the last page of my book is a picture that I drew of my daddy. My daddy was born in 1914 in East St. Louis, Illinois. He had 2 older sisters, and a few years later, a little sister was born into that family. So there were 4 children in my father's family. And he ended up on a farm in southern Illinois, and he always wore his railroad engineer cap, and he liked overalls. That's my dad. He died in 1994. Good grief, that'll be 24 years. But I remember him. So, that's my book. Oh, my brother, me, Richard, and Dorothy. And on the back, I have 5 little brothers and sisters. Mary, Donna, Mark, David, and Paula. Paula is Grace's mother. Grace was the little girl who sang "Knock 3 times" with me. So, today is... Wow, what is today? Saturday already? A lot of work to do. That's the day I like to clean house. So everybody have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, like Bob Ross used to say. Happy trees. Take care. Run and play.